the airbase. Okay, we're getting close to the air base. Yeah, that's pretty good. Getting close to the air base. We're getting close to Trenton, and through the Bay of Quinte here, there's a lot of floating weed masses. And that's been causing me a lot of problems. They get caught around the bow, and I just start to plow weeds, and they'll get caught around the prop, and so I'll have to de-weed. So I've had to do that about 3 or 4 times now. And the wind has now changed direction. It's coming from the west, probably about, I don't know, 8-kilometer headwind. So not bad. Anyways, another half hour to get to the canal entrance. Well, the wind has just picked up. It is just almost like a summer storm coming in. No rain yet, but the wind is just whipping by. Just have to go around this bend up here, then I start my turn into the bay to head up to the Trent Severn, so it won't be very long. Over here is the Air Force base. We saw the plane flying over earlier. I wonder what it'd be like to be living here with that going over your head all the time. That was loud. Anyways, I am now approaching the bridge, which is the official entrance point to the Trent Severn Waterway. And over to my left is Trentport Marina. And I think every looper I've ever seen on YouTube stops here. I guess it's supposed to be a wonderful place to stop. However, I'm not, and I'm going to be heading right up to hopefully Lock 6. The entrance to the Trent Severn Waterway. gateway to the Trent Severn Waterway. That's what it says, 10 kilometers an hour. And over here there is a paper mill. And the Trent River divides here where the canal wall is. There's a break wall. Separates the channels. And you'll hug to the left. This is lock 1 coming up. So we are through lock 1, heading to lock 2. And they're supposed to be all ready for me, or getting ready for me. And that's the nice thing is you go through one and they just kind of pass on to the next lock what's happening and who's coming. And so for the first, I think it's 13 locks, I'll be on the starboard side of the lock. Just the way the flow of the water comes across, and it just pins you to that wall. And lock 2 is open and ready for me. That's great. Going underneath the bridge here, a little bit noisy. Quite a large power electric station over there. A lot of them along the Trent Severn. You'll see a lot of these little generating stations. Anyways, get ready for entering lock 2. So I'm through lock 2, heading for lock 3. And I think I'm just going to make it to lock 6, which is Frankfurt. I think lock 3 is a couple kilometers up ahead. I'm through lock 3. I'm through lock 3, heading to lock 4, 2 kilometers ahead. And the last lock through of the day, because this is Friday, maybe because of the long weekend, last lock through is 6:30. So I shouldn't have a problem getting through lock 6. That's the farthest I've ever gone in one day on the Trent Severn, leaving Napanee and going to lock 6. Prior to that, 2018, I got to lock 5, through lock 5 in one day. But getting to the top of lock 6 will allow me to leave early in the morning if I want, if it looks like bad weather. And Glen Ross is about 8 or 10 kilometers from here. And then after that, Myers is, I think, 15. Anyways, tomorrow is, well, This morning I was saying it's thunderstorms for tomorrow. We will see. So ahead of the dam for Lock 4. There's quite a strong current up in through here. I'm only going like 7 kilometers an hour and it's drawing 1,000 watts. So really pushing things. I'm down to what I estimate to be 50% state of charge. So not too bad for a day that is overcast. So this is Lock 4 that I'm coming up to, and I should be able to make it to Lock 6. And Lock 4 is in use right now. It looks like there's a boat up there. I think there's a boat up there. Oh no, it's opening for me. Good. Lock 4 is starting to open. So I'll be in there in a few minutes. So we're through Lock 4, coming up to Lock 5 shortly. Nice stretch along here, nice and calm. Not a lot of weed mass, which is nice. So Lock 5 is Trent, called Trent, and it's a very nice place to stay at. I stayed out there in 2018. But I'd like to make it to the one past that, which is at Frankfurt, and Lock 6. Now Lock 6, they have power outlets there, so if I had an extension cord I could plug in there if I wanted to, but I'm not going to have to do that. So right now I'm just past the 50% state of charge level, and my midnight solar controller definitely was set for 202 amp hours rather than 404 amp hours. So I let it go to 0, and that tells me I've used 202 amp hours, so I'm halfway. So that's my 50% mark. So when I get to the site tonight, I'm going to, first of all, I want to get the battery management system working correctly, and then I'll reset the midnight solar. And this is Lock 5 Trent, and a very nice place to stay. You can see the current, the way the water rushes in to fill the lock. It's coming from our port side, and that's why for the first 12 locks anyways, they want you to be on the starboard side. And that's Lock 5 Trent. Next is Lock 6, and that is where I'll be staying the night. Go through the lock and stay at the top. So this has been great progress today. I'm really, really happy. Despite it being overcast, I was able to really test the battery capacity with minimum sunlight. So right now I'm I've got just under 50% state of charge, and so that means I got just under 5 kilowatts of capacity left, which is a lot of capacity. So tomorrow, I'll be going slower, not as far, try to recharge as much as possible, unless it's stormy. If it's stormy, I won't be going too far at all. And there's the entrance to Lock 6 Frankfurt. I just passed a couple old friends of mine, Ed and Sandy Costa. They're going to come up and visit me after I get settled up here. So it'll be nice to have a good talk with them. And nobody on the downside, and probably nobody on the upside as well, from what the other lock tenants were telling me, that it was a very quiet day today.